Hey, champ.
Except with
Okay.
yeah, yes, I'm older.
Sure. Yes, sir. We got the champ. Yeah. We got the champ. Hold up. Let me put this on. Yep.
Sure, bro.
It's a, it's a Ukraine, champ.
Excellent, krene kanjani pure.
Yeah, now the Ukraine now. Thank you for like making time for this. Yabo. I know that you're a busy person. Yabo. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know that your schedule is filled up. Yabo.
yeah,
But
good man. It really
but
gets tight. That's why I'm telling you there's a fight coming up, bro.
yeah,
But
yeah.
not always. It's not always
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah. So like, do you have a fight like coming soon?
Yeah, I'm gonna be fighting on the 5th of September, bro.
Oh, okay, okay. Nah, we're gonna get to that. Are you gonna be on the card of Okayam Lata?
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Oh,
on the.
okay. Like that's a great card. That's a great card. But like before we get to that, please tell me about yourself. Like where did you grow up, and yeah, just tell me about where you grew up and how it was, like based on where you grew up and the kind of environment you grew up in and how it shaped you.
Yeah, okay. So I started the boxing, bro, 2009. Yeah, it was 2009, I think, end of the year. Uh, Eastern Cape, Mthatha. Yeah, that's where I started. Uh, the guy who called us for boxing, my coach, he used to be a professional boxer, I think, in Joburg, and then he moved to the Eastern Cape. But then, personal, I never even knew about the boxing until I became a boxer. So I've never watched boxing. I didn't really follow a boxing. But I wasn't doing sports before that. I was young at the time.
Yeah,
I was also like young at that time. I was like 4. So yeah, I can't really say there was sports that I say like I'm on to. I was like young, and then yeah, we started boxing 2009. I was the youngest in the gym also, and the gym was close. It was like straight away from my street. That's where
yeah,
each was. So yeah, that's where I started boxing 2009. Mthatha. Mthatha is it's more of a villages I can say. But
okay,
Ilea, where I used to stay, is close to town, so it's not that much different from Mikasi. I can say, yeah, but it's a small town, small place, but there's a lot of things happening.
yeah,
So yeah, bruh, I started boxing there, and like I just fell in love with boxing from the start. After I started boxing, I did also play the other sports like Ebola, but then it wasn't much exciting for him, yabo, because like xana nidlala ibhola ekasi, you barely go play kwindawo different, like out of the province and stuff like that.
yeah,
So with the boxing, we will go play in Tanzania, we go to championships at Gauteng or Limpopo or somewhere. So those were the things that are like more exciting, because like we know, okay, you don't have to pay anything, yabo, uzawahamba, and you're gonna be sleeping at the hotels, and those are not
yeah,
things that you used to, like xa uhlala ekhaya, yabo. You barely
yeah,
find families that are gonna say, are we going on a vacation? So yeah, bro, I think that's what also made me fell in love more with the boxing, because we will go to a lot of different places, go to East London, go to Joburg, go to Gauteng, and then also at Jimin, I was the youngest one. Kubo bonke abantu babepha eJimini. So I
yeah,
was getting a bit of a special treatment from Ukosh. Like if we're going out on a tournament and then kuyatyiwa, I know, but kuzawutyiwa, and then coach is gonna be like, yeah, guys, late ringy that is left now. Yeah,
yeah,
is young. So yeah, man, that's just how it was. But also home. up on Anshala corner. We were a lot of cousins, like a bunch, like probably up to like 13, bro. It was a lot of cousins, you know. I have two brothers, Abazi twins, they're also boxers. You know, I
Yeah,
started boxing before them. The time I started boxing, Bona, they were doing karate, but then after I introduced them to boxing, you know. And then by Sabakalera, no, there's a boxing gym by Payana, then they switched immediately to e-boxing, and then they were older than me, so they were quicker to learn, you know. And they were
yeah,
also coming from a background in karate. So they quickly adapted to boxing, and then they started teaching me boxing, you know, because I was young.
yeah,
So yeah, so
yeah,
yeah, that's how it was, man. Yeah,
yeah. I think I know them. And they call each other Jamel and
yeah,
Jamal, just like the
yeah,
Chanus. I know them.
yeah. So yeah, bro, and one of them also got into the SA team, you know. So he will go overseas, not really overseas, you know, but like in the African countries, like he went to Malawi, Lesotho, and Angola, you know. So me seeing him Esia goes and now, bruh, that's one of the things that was also motivating. I'm like, okay, one day I'm definitely gonna take a flight and go there, you know, because I know that I knew there was no way that I was gonna take a flight with family or anything because you know how it is, man. Kulele.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I was watching him going there, you know, and wearing the tracksuits and all the things. So that was also one of the motivations, you know. And Utila as well is more of like a close friend. I can say a family friend to me, you
now
know.
hold up, we're gonna get there. Sit now. Sit now.
Okay.
Hold up. Saya po. What's the name of your brother?
So they twins. So the other one is Bongani Nocele. Then the other
Yeah.
one is
Who? The other one is who?
the other one is Bongani Nocele, and then the other one is Zumbonga Nocele.
Okay, and then which one went to the the different countries that you just
Okay, it was Bongani. It was
Oh,
Bongani
okay.
Nocele.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I just wanted to be clear on that. Nah, that's that's really interesting. And please tell me about your own, amateur career. You said you first started boxing at 9. And yeah, just
Five, bro.
at 5, but it
Yeah.
was it was in 2009, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, please tell me like what you have achieved as an amateur, like from top to bottom or from bottom to top, but just tell me what you have achieved. And as you have told me about your brother, right, where he went,
Yeah.
tell me about where you went, what you achieved.
So what I've achieved in boxing, bro, I went to the championships to the first year I went to the provincials. It was 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I wasn't allowed to go there though because I was 11. But then I always wanted to go because I was fighting on the amateur fights, and I would see like some guys going to the provincials, you know, and but I can beat this guy, you know. So I started
Hold
one.
up, champ. Hold up. I think that your mic is placed wrongly. So you're gonna have,
But
yeah.
is it fine now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's good now. It's good now. So
Yeah, so
hold,
so yeah,
um
first time I
okay.
went to the provincials it was 2015, and I got a silver medal. I lost in the finals, but I was 11 years at the time, so I wasn't allowed to fight. But then I
Yeah.
stole my brother's, one of my cousins who's like a year older than me. I took his birth certificate and I went there. And yeah, man, that's the year that I introduced myself, and like a lot of people like they really loved me and I also enjoyed it. And then from there I went to the championships the following year. Uh but I got a gold. So yeah, bro, I can in the amateurs I became a provincial champion five times, I think five. Yeah, I think no, I became a silver once, and then I got a gold medal four times on the provincials, and then I got a gold medal on the SA Championships once, and then I got a silver once as well. So yeah, I can say I'm a four-time provincial champion, bro, and
Yeah,
one-time South African champion, and then the other year I got a silver medal, and 2022 on the Western Cape. I moved to Cape Town, 2021. So in the Western Cape Championships, I got a best male boxer in the city mobile like
yeah,
2022. Yeah, I became a best male boxer on the city mobile games. It's like a district, and then I went to the championships as well on the 2022 provincials, and then I also became a best male boxer, but I didn't go to the nationals, bro. There's was just too many things happening, on the amateurs, politics and the other things. So from there,
yeah,
I decided to turn pro. I didn't go to the championship, to the nationals 2022, 2020, 2023. Yeah, I think 2022 or 3. That's when I turned pro,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
Um,
I can say I'm a four-time provincial champion, and then one-time SA champion, and then one time I got a silver medal in the amateurs, and then yeah, bro, I went pro afterwards.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. In May of 2013, you fought your first fight as a professional against Loiso Lutango. Like, how were you feeling knowing that you are transitioning from the amateurs to the pros? How, how did it feel? And were you nervous? Like, yeah, what was going through your head at that time?
Bro, to be honest, I was nervous, like to be honest, I was kind of nervous, but I used that as a motivation, to work like in the gym. Like I was training a lot, bro. I was pushing a lot, you know. So me going to the fight, I was really confident, like, and also I didn't know the guy, so my mentality was like, who's this guy? Where was
Yeah,
he when the amateurs? So
yeah,
me going there, I wasn't underestimating him, but I also had that mentality of like, no, he's not gonna beat me. Maybe he has beaten the other guys, but he hasn't fought me yet. We both
yeah,
also doing pro debuts, so yeah, bro, I wasn't that scared or anything. I was just nervous of how do the gloves feel, because back then I always had that mentality of I will never become a professional boxer, because I used to just grab the pro gloves and see them. I'm like, these are way too small, bro. Like
yeah,
8 ounces. So I was just nervous
yeah,
about those type of things of like, yes, now I'm gonna be using smaller gloves, and there's gonna be lots of people watching and other things. But other than that, bro, I wasn't scared or anything to fight. And I actually went there and I stopped him second round. I dropped him on the first round, and I got
yeah,
like excited, and then he almost could knock me out, because he caught me, because I caught him, and then I wanted to go for a finish, and he caught me back, and then I realized, oh shit, this is different from the amateurs, like
yeah,
one punch can literally change everything.
yeah,
So second round, I had also what's his Vukile, the guy who's my current trainer now. He wasn't my
yeah,
trainer at the moment, Magwaja. So he was there. I just looked up on him and he told me to stay calm. He was like,
yeah,
"Don't worry, don't rush for the knockout. Stay calm, box behind the jab. Everything is gonna come in the good time." And yeah, I started boxing nice. I stayed calm. I boxed behind my jab, and I got him with a good shot in the second round early, and then I stopped him. Yeah,
yeah. Nah, that's good, champ. Before we talk about your fights, or before we talk about something that's boxing related, which is why we are doing this interview. I think I have once seen a documentary of yours or a video, and it was
yeah,
very emotional. And it was very emotional. I think you were talking about how you lost your parents and all that stuff, and how you had to like get it on your own, and the situation. Just take me through that period in time, and just how it shaped you, and yeah, just take me through that period in time, the emotional turmoil that that you have, like, that you had to go through. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, bro. So I lost my mom. I was way too young, bro. I think I was 5 months, So I can't even say I know my mom. I only see the pictures,
Mm.
And I grew up, like I said before. I think I did tell you earlier on, like we were lots of cousins also at home.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, man. When I lost, when I lost my mom, my grandmother took me and I stayed with her for a while. It was just me and her. My brothers were with my aunt and the other cousins of mine at the other different place. And then we moved to there. We moved and stay with to stay with them. 2010, 2009, I think. And yeah, it was just lots of us. It was tough, bro. I can say, because my family wasn't really that much united, bro.
Yeah,
Can't run away from that. But I stayed there, and my brothers, I was very close to them, because I always knew that we it was the three of us, but we were staying in the like as a whole family. But there was a bit of that mentality of we're not much united as a family. So, and I could see those things. So yeah, bro, someone will just look after their own cousins at times, but it wasn't always like that. So when my brothers left to Cape Town 29 2019, I think it was 2019 when COVID hit. I'm not sure. They moved to Cape Town to stay there in Nineside. And then my coach also, where I started boxing it, I was still back in the Eastern Cape. He had a surgery of an appendix. So that's the time where, bro, I also just went out the way a bit, because I feel like maybe it was just more of a victim mindset. That's how I take it now when I'm looking at
yeah,
it, like
yeah,
right now. So that's when I started having those mindset of like I've got no one, on my sides or the other things. So I started having bad friends a bit. I went out the way. I wasn't boxing in 2020. I was still boxing, but I wasn't focused. I wasn't doing things like the way I was doing the things growing up. I wasn't really focused, and I started smoking. I stopped boxing for I think a year and a half. I was just on the streets, like I was really like into drugs, bro. Like much, not just a bit. I
yeah,
didn't even. When I'm looking at it now, uh, like some people take time to get to the streets when they smoke drugs. They start bit by bit, but for me, I think I just went from A to Z, bro, in a short
yeah,
period of time, bro, because of the mindset that I had. But then 2022, 2021, my brothers came back and they spoke with me and they sat down with me. They also tried to advise me and show me that, bro, it's not like we just left you like because on your own or anything, but we're also just trying to get a better life. We're trying to do this for all of us. So we know they're having a good life in Cape Town, bro. you know and then I changed a bit for a couple of months when they were there, and then they came back to Cape Town. I went back to the to the things I was doing, man. But then I lost. My coach recovered, and then I went back to the gym, but I was still smoking, and I lost to the championships, and that wasn't me. That's when I realized that, fuck no, man, I can't keep living like this. And he also sat down with me after that fight. He was like, bro, did you saw how you embarrassed yourself, in front of people? And there's a lot of people believing in you where you come from because people used to watch me, when I was fighting and I was young. So a lot of people know me, even when you go to the taxi rank in Mtata or anywhere, because we used to fight at the malls and the other
yeah,
places. So people knew me, so they would see me, that I've changed now. So every time I'm walking this way, someone calls me and like ask me like, "What's going on, bro? You've changed." I go this way, someone calls me and be like, "Bro, what's going?" So I also just realized that there can't be more than 10 or 8 people asking me the same thing. They're not stupid, bro. They can see, you know. So yeah, bro, that was what was happening at the time. And then I just realized and I changed. And then I think after a few months that I changed, my brothers took me from the Eastern Cape to Cape Town, and I stayed with them. And that's when I realized that they're also not having it easy this side.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, bro. And then that's just what the documentary it's about. When I spoke with one of the guys, he was sponsoring me, and then we had chats, like just normal chats, and he was like, "Bro, you actually coming from way too far. So I'm gonna chat to the guys who are sponsoring you. Maybe we can film a documentary. We can also go back home where you come from.
yeah,
Because he was shocked. But for me, I never really looked at where I come from as a like I don't know, man, how to put it. But I was just looking at it as if it was a learning curve and me growing
yeah,
up, like something that's normal because it happens a
yeah,
lot, in the location. So sometimes we don't take those things that it might be something like that serious or anything, but he turned it, and made me look at it on the other way. And me now filming the documentary and also going back home, bro, and film there and seeing the kids there, and the people there, in my community because I haven't been there in a long time. So it
yeah.
also gave me a lot of motivation, bro. And I realized that when I'm winning now, I'm not the only one who's winning.
Facts.
So it gave me a lot of motivation, bro. Yeah.
Nah, bro, that's a beautiful
Yeah.
story. That's an emotional story. Like that's an
Yeah.
emotional story.
Yeah.
Yabona kwenza isipini indoda kufuneka iqine ingalili xa ikumamele.
Yeah, bro. That's that's just how it is. But I also always try when I talk about it to be like strong.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Nah, Chamba. Firstly, before I, carry on asking questions, I just wanna say huge respect to you. I just wanna say thank you on your behalf to the people who heard your story, got
Yeah.
interested, and gave you a chance to tell it to the world.
Yeah.
And it's not a good thing losing a parent, or just living, or just getting it, out the mud without anywhere to go,
Yeah,
and
bro. That's the
and
thing.
yeah, and
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 also for me having that mental because bro, I've never had a dad in my life. I've never known of him. So I think that was the other thing that was working me a bit, because I had that mentality of them other kids, they've got dads, bro, they've got this. Sometimes when
yeah,
you don't have dad, that's gonna say, "Hey bro, I'm gonna beat you up," or that's gonna oza koyikisa when you're doing something wrong, you
yeah,
know.
yeah,
But bro, for me, I think those things like I've turned them into a motivation, and
yeah,
they've also made me a better person because I've got 2 kids now, that are twins.
yeah,
It's as in they I'm now trying to become la tata ningazange ndibe naye to them, bro.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, nah, I feel
yeah,
you. To the people, cause like we actually have an audience that doesn't understand Xhosa, so I'm gonna tell them like what you just said.
okay,
Um, he is saying that he has 2 kids that are twins, and he is trying to become the father that he never had to his kids, basically. Yeah, Cham, like that's a beautiful story, and tell me about you and Udila, Uvuyolwethu Dila. Like
yeah,
that, yeah, that's also an inspiration. You feel me? Like I'm a fan, and yeah, man. Like tell me, like how you met her, how y'all grew up, and yeah, where do you guys come from? Because I also saw that you were on her own, documentary for the
yeah.
University of Port here. Yeah.
40. Yeah, bro. So Utila, like I said, I think I said it earlier on before. Like I don't even take her as a friend, bro. She's more of like a family to me,
Yeah,
because the gym where I used to train it was her uncle that was training us, and it was like a few houses away from mine. So
yeah,
we were even like kind of friends before we even started boxing. But then boxing made us more close, and we shared a lot of memory. We've got lots of memories together, bro. We grow up together, and sometimes I'd come back from school, wash my shirt, and then I'd go to the gym earlier on. We will have some conversation together, chill together with them other guys also from the gym, like other mates of us. But some of them, they also stopped boxing. And
yeah,
she was the one person that was there and trying to guide me when my brothers moved to Cape Town,
yeah,
because she was also into drugs, bro. But
yeah,
she's older than me, so she quickly realized that that's not the life she wanna live, and she changed before me. So when she changed, bro, she was also there for me. She was trying to motivate me. She was trying to advise me that, bro, this is not the life you wanna live. This is not you. You need to change, bro. You need to do better. So yeah, bro, she's like very close to me. That's all I can say, bro. Like I really appreciate her. She's
yeah,
she's a sister to me, and she's now in Cape Town, and we sometimes meet. But as we grow, we get busier, bro. And she stays a bit far from me. But each and every time we get a chance, we meet with each other. Like now that I'm gonna fight, I'm sure she's gonna come to the fight and she's gonna come watch. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Now for sure. Now let's get to the exciting part. You are 10-0 with six knockouts. So basically, he has 10 fights, 10 wins, six knockouts, and you know, I just want to send my my apologies because I should have said that like in the beginning of the interview for real. Yeah, well, but in the school, like for real, I should have mentioned that like 10-0 with six knockouts because that's really impressive.
yeah, bro.
And tell me, which fights were your toughest?
Bro, my toughest fight. It was my second pro fight, bro.
Yeah,
I think I made it tough by myself, because I had that mentality of I wasn't mature enough, I can say, because I was rushing for the knockout, because I had the knockout fight. So I came in there, uh, my second fight with the same mentality of I just want to knock the guy out, and he
yeah,
gave me a really tough fight, bro. He had these moments also during the fight, and like after the fight, even the promoter also gave us some money after the fight for the fight of the night. So yeah, bro,
yeah,
that's the fight that I can say it was my toughest fight, because we were fighting 4 rounds. First round of the fight, bro, it was like tough, and second round and the third round, and then it became easier on the last round, because that's the same thing I tried to do on my first fight, like rushing and trying to just knock someone out. That's the thing that I did on the fight. But again, my current trainer, like my two trainers that are training me now, Umzo Figile Makwaka is also a former boxer, and
yeah,
Banele Mniki is also my coach. They told me to stay calm, box behind the jab, don't look for the knockouts, don't force things, you know,
yeah,
just you can do. And after I did that, and then that round became easy, I even dropped him on the last round. So that's the fight that I can say it was my toughest fight, because after that, bro, I went back to the gym and I trained, and I had a bit of more time without a fight, and that's when I stayed in the gym and I trained every day, and I tried every day to get better, and then sparring a lot with the Mogwata also helped me a lot because he's more experienced. So I will try to do these things like that I
yeah,
was doing in previous fights, and he will just, bro, he will give me a hiding each and every sparring. But
yeah,
I realize now, when I fought my third fight, it just became super easy, bro, because I was getting a lot of a beating in the gym, and I was learning a lot. So
yeah,
yeah, bro, like that's the fight that I can say it was my toughest fight, my second fight. But other than that fight, I haven't had like a tough fight.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
I've won the distance with the other fighters. But like going the distance and knowing that I'm winning the fight. But it's
yeah,
still not easy, but I'm winning the fight. But that
yeah,
was, I think that was the only toughest fight in my career, bro. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You are also the current Western Cape bantamweight champion, right?
Yeah, and the WBF International as well. Yeah.
We're gonna get there.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. Tell me who you beat to win the Western Cape championship.
I fought with Mbulelo Kubula. He's from Mossel Bay, bro. And
Yeah,
before he fought me, he was it after me, but he also fought one of my brothers. I think they fought before me. Yeah,
yeah,
they fought before I fought him, and yeah, they had a very tough fight, bro. But
yeah,
yeah, when you fought with me, it was different, because like we always say, styles makes fights. For me, it didn't really give me a tough fight. I think I stopped him on the fourth round. I think I'm not sure. I think it was the fourth round
yeah,
stoppage. Yeah, that's who I fought for the Western Cape title, bro.
yeah. Okay, cool. And then you are also the current WBF international champion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me who you beat to win that title.
Uh, I fought with Ghana. He's from uh PE. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's from.
Ayana Kanma.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I fought with him for the
Yeah,
belt. We fought. I think it was scheduled for 10 rounds, and I stopped him on round number 10. Yeah, I stopped him on the last round. Yeah, bro.
yeah. And you also have a great, resume because you have also fought the likes of Lopez, Manueleke. How was that fight? Because I feel like that's a veteran.
Bro, that's the fight. I literally forget about it, bro. He gave
Yeah,
me a tough fight, bro. Like he's
yeah,
tricky. He's one of the trickiest southpaw that I've ever fought with, bro. He's very tricky, bro. I also stopped him on round number 8. Yeah, I caught him with a good overhand, and then I stopped him, bro. I've got so much respect for that guy, bro. He's very slick and he can take the punches like very good, and he can counter back. He's a good counter puncher. But
yeah,
when I fought him, he was overweight. He didn't make the weight. So he
yeah,
was a little bit bigger than me. But that's still not an excuse or anything, bro. For me, I always say to the fighters, if someone is overweight, it's either you don't take the fight, or when you fight him, if you win or lose, you don't make no excuses.
yeah,
But yeah, I think he was 1.5 kgs over when he fought me. But other except the weight or anything, bro, you know, because I also recovered well after the weigh-ins, and I went to the fight healthy and big enough to fight with him. Just his boxing on his own, bro. He's got very decent boxing, bro. He's a good southpaw. And
yeah,
yeah, he gave me. I didn't expect him to give me that tough fight like that. But we also fought on the same card before I fought with him. We fought. I was fighting in Joburg with what's his name? He's from East London in Espunza. Oh,
Okay, umhlahlo. Supposed to
yeah,
umhlahlo.
when I fought with Umhlahlo, he was also fighting on the same card with Mula, the other guy from Joburg.
Yeah,
He was an undefeated. Yeah, he was undefeated, and they fought a draw. He drew with him, and bro, they had a Very beautiful. It was a beautiful fight to watch. They got a fight of the night. But when I watched that fight, Lopez is that type of a fighter. When you're watching him from the outside, it looks
You're gonna
like
think it's easy. Yeah,
it's an easy fight. So when I saw
yeah,
Mula fighting with him, I was like, why is Mula struggling with this guy? Like because Mula looked more of a slick fighter and a decent fighter. But when I got inside with Lopez and fought with him, it was a different story, bro. It's very tricky. You know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And how was your fight with Usiposit Nhlahla?
bro. It didn't. It was very easy, bro. Like super easy, to be honest. I don't know. It didn't look like. I think maybe he felt the power, because he
Yeah,
was also fighting the junior Bandam before he fought with me, I think. So when he fought me, he moved up to Bandam weight. So he didn't even challenge me that much, bro. I think I stopped him with round 3 or 4. I'm not sure, but
yeah,
I didn't even touch me with any good shot. He threw some punches like through the gloves. I do that sometimes. Early in the rounds. Like my coach always tells me, like everyone is dangerous when they're fresh. You know,
yeah,
so for me, I just stay calm on the first round. So I went in there on the first round to just check him up, uh, and he did throw some shots through the gloves, and I just felt like he doesn't have that much power. Then I just went there and just walked him down, bro. It was like a very easy fight, bro. Like super,
yeah.
super, yeah.
After you fought Lopez, you then fought Saul Shongwani or Hongwani,
Someone,
right? Yeah,
yeah, yeah, at Fight Island, yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
Because I have seen his name like a lot, like on a lot of these fighters like
but
resumes,
yeah,
especially the ones that I have interviewed. How was that
yeah.
fight?
No, bro, he's. It was a good fight, but for me, it was like just a one-sided fight. The whole fight, he could just
Yeah,
take the punch, but I've got so much respect for him because yeah, he can really take the punches, bro. He's tough, but he didn't even like catch me with a couple of good shots. No, bro. It was a one-sided fight. I just cleaned him, bro. I boxed him like clean.
yeah,
But yeah, he gave me a challenge because that guy is that type of a fighter that's here, bro. You can catch him with a good shot. If you don't have a tough mentality and like you didn't prepare the fight well, I think you might even lose against him because he doesn't slow down, bro. You can
yeah,
catch him, he's still gonna come, and he also throws like too many punches. He's like a high volume puncher, and you can take the punches well. But I went to the fight knowing how is he going, what is he gonna bring, because I've seen him fight with the other guys. So yeah, I just went in there, bro, and I boxed him and like I just cleaned him up. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, for sure. And then I think by far, if I'm not mistaken, this fighter, even if you won, impressively, I think because of his history, he's a former SA champion, former a former multiple time international champion. Like he is very experienced. He has fought on the zone on Golden Boy. He has fought the fighter that Naoya Inoue beat. And
Yeah.
the fighter that he fought actually went 12 rounds with Naoya Inoue, and
Yeah.
his only loss is coming from Inoue. That is so. I am talking about a fighter who also fought Sabelo Ngebiana, someone that you have fought, someone who's very experienced, a legend of the sport, someone I respect, that you respect as well. Tell me about that fight. Like how, like knowing that you're gonna fight him and knowing that once you beat that guy, people are gonna, I don't know, like they're gonna, like, even if they knew that you were a problem already, but
Yeah.
once you beat him, it's
Then
a
it's
different
a
story. Yeah.
different story.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me about that fight and how it was. And just before the fight, like hearing that you're gonna, just before the fight, hearing that you're gonna fight him, like how did it feel?
bro. To be honest, when I had I was gonna fight with him, I wasn't. I didn't even. He wasn't one of the people that I had in mind that I could fight with because
Yeah,
he was fighting a junior featherweight all the time.
yeah,
So when my management told me that I'm gonna fight, they actually asked me if do you think you can fight with Sabelo? I said, yeah, I can fight him anytime, anyway. Because for
yeah,
me, to be honest, I always feel like those type of fights, like, are the types of fights that you need in your career, bro. Like, if you're not gonna
fact,
fight those, then how are you gonna go and say you wanna fight for like big fights, like world title shots and the other things?
fact,
So, bro,
yeah,
I was happy that I got that fight. I even
yeah,
told my trainers, I'm like, yeah, I had that mentality of this is gonna be one of the good tests in my career so far, you know. So I prepared for that fight like very well, bro. I had a very long camp also, and I
yeah,
sparred with a lot of foreign guys, and I knew that he's very tricky, bro. And he's
yeah,
also played a lot of upsets, also not only in South Africa but in Africa as well. And he also caused an upset before in the UK. So
yeah,
yeah, bro. I was like training for that fight. Like I was pushing way too hard, bro. But I always train like that, to be honest, bro. So the only thing that I can say it was that changed a bit in the camp. It was just the thoughts. But training wise, every fight, bro, we prepare every fight the same way. We never overlook anyone. And
yeah,
we just prepare for each and every fight the same way. But each and every camp is just always getting better and better. But other than that, bro, for me, I wasn't scared during the fight camp. I wasn't nervous. Like I didn't have that mentality of I'm fighting this guy. Like, no, bro.
yeah,
I was training and I took him like I had that mentality of I'm gonna take him as all the other fighters, bro. I'm gonna
yeah,
prepare him and I'm gonna be prepared for everything that is gonna bring. And some people were messaging me and they were like, bro, do you think you're ready to fight with Sabelo and this? You're still young and age is on your side. You don't have to rush. But I had that mentality of if not now, then when, bro.
yeah,
And I had also that mind. For me, I always feel like someone has got his pick. So for me, fighting him, having that lots of fights, wins. He's got wins and losses, but losses don't define anyone. But I also
fact,
kind of feel the age is on my side now, bro. I'm the younger one and the older one. So I had that
yeah,
mentality of
yeah, yeah, yeah. Great convo with the champ. I think he lost his connection. Hopefully he'll be back. You feel me? That's I say called Prince Nocele. I wanna know how he got his nickname Prince. Like I wanna know. And he has 10 fights, 10 wins and knockouts. Um yeah. Yeah, champ. I can't hear you, champ. I can't hear you. Nah, I can't hear you, champ. I cannot hear you. Nah, I can't. I cannot, bro, I swear. Log out and log back in. Yeah. Log out and log back in. Yeah. Nah, I can't. Can I hear you, bro? Um, damn, we were having such a great conversation. Nah, I can't hear you. Yeah, but then look. When can you hear me? Or you can hear me? Okay, cool. No, let's do it like this. I feel like we had a great interview. You feel me? We can always do another one. You feel me? We can always do another one. I feel like this is long enough on its own. So I appreciate you, bro. You feel me? We're gonna arrange again. I'm happy. Yeah, well, always, Cham. Yeah. I I never heard a word you said, but at the same time, I but then but then at the same time, like Yaku, but thank you, bro. You're welcome. Always.